Hi, I'm Christine Herman of Herman's Quality Meat Shop in Newark, Delaware. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about kidneys, beef, veal, and lamb. Are you ready? Let's get it straight from the beginning. If you don't eat organ meats, this could be really gross. I'm just going to put it out there. It's not my favorite at all, but I have a lot of customers that buy kidneys. They buy beef kidneys, veal, or lamb kidneys. They're flavorful to them, and they're a delicacy as well. And they're very high in nutrients. So we're going to talk about them in this video. These kidneys are high in protein, they're high in iron, vitamin A, magnesium, zinc. I could go on there's several other vitamins, but you get the hint. And there are many of my customers that will come in and say, my doctor recommended I eat beef liver and kidney to get the nutrients in my diet that I need, that my body is lacking. So why not eat what you need for your body to be healthy? And that's what we're going to talk about right now. I have already cut up a beef kidney, and here's a veal kidney, which is a little lighter in color. And the lamb kidneys are obviously much smaller. And this is just one single kidney. You can see how tiny they are in comparison. So in preparing these to cook, you need to soak them. The lamb kidneys you can soak for about 30 minutes in milk. And that's about all they need. And you want to make sure you discard the milk when the time comes after those 30 minutes of it soaking. As far as the veal or the beef kidney, you're going to put them in a bowl of cold water with either vinegar and a little bit of salt, or lemon juice and a little bit of salt, and let them soak for about 2 hours. After that 2-hour period, again, you're going to drain and discard that liquid and rinse them off and cut them up like I've cut up this beef kidney. You can cut it up, and you can see I've also trimmed out some of the fat on the inside, and that's real important also, that center core. And if there's a membrane on the outside, you want to make sure you remove that also, because you don't want to be eating that membrane. It's very tough and really not safe because it's chewy. And then you want to cook it. How do you cook these? Well, you can pan fry them, you can saute them, braise them, or you can make a stew. Very simple ingredients to use, and be as creative as you want. And how many of us have heard of steak and kidney pie? That's the one recipe that comes right to mind for me anyway. And I sell a lot of the kidneys for that reason, along with either some steak cubes or a solid piece of sirloin steak that gets cut up and added to the recipe. So that's it. It's very simple, very high in nutrients, but that is your kidney conversation right now. And I did want to also mention to you that I have a lot of customers that actually feed their dogs beef kidneys, because again, they're very high in nutrients and it's very helpful for their animals. So another idea of how to use the kidney of the steer. Thank you. I hope that was helpful. My kitchen tip today in this video, I'm going to talk about being flexible. And I'm not talking about like gymnastics or sports or any kind of flexible like that. I'm talking about being flexible in your kitchen. And I'm also not referring to, well, I need a substitute for X ingredient. I'm not referring to that either. I'm talking about, let's just say this weekend you're having a party. Maybe it's a birthday party. Maybe it's Mother's Day. Gosh, maybe it's Christmas. I don't know. You're having a house full of people. Or maybe you're having 3 people. Or maybe you're just having a friend over. What are you going to do if something goes wrong? So maybe, let's say, for example, the power goes out and you have an electric stove. Can you grill? Okay, You can grill. You can heat your foods on the grill. That's one option. Always make sure you have an extra tank of gas if that's the case. What happens if you have a water main break and you don't have water in your house and you have 10 guests coming over? What are you going to do? I have a couple suggestions. You're probably saying to yourself, oh, that'll never happen. Trust me, it may never happen, but just in case it does, what are you going to do? Do you have water for backup? Do you have like tap water set aside so that you can flush the toilets and wash your hands? Do you have bottled water for drinking? What if it's bigger than that and you can't have this party? Are you going to cancel it? You're going to say, oh, sorry, Mom, we can't celebrate your 80th birthday today. We'll have to do it next week when I get something fixed. No, you're going to figure this out. You're going to call a guest, call a family member and say, can I bring everything to your house and we move the party to your house? And they're going to stop and think and say, of course. What else are we going to do? Or how are we going to make this work? And that's how you're going to be flexible. Maybe you're part of a ladies' auxiliary and you have access to the fire hall or a church hall. Maybe you move the party there. That's another option. Or you have a neighbor that you've invited and you can bring everything to their house. That's an option. Those are things that you want to keep in the very back of your mind so that you're prepared, because life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Keep that in mind. I hope that's helpful. Thank you. Kidneys. Doesn't always sound that exciting to you, but it might be to somebody else. And maybe you have a recipe that you could share with me. Go for it. I would love to see that in the comments below. Beef, veal, lamb. Give them a try. Something different, or maybe not, and that's okay too. But at least you've been exposed and you've learned something new in this video. Please remember to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, become part of the Herman family. We really need you. Thank you.